Thank you, everybody, for allowing us to be here. Welcome to the Budget Finance Economic Development Committee. We are so grateful to be on Lānaʻi, and welcome to this meeting. We are doing residency meetings so that the council is going to all of the residency areas. So this is very special for us, and the idea is to listen to you, and you can tell us what you think you see and what you would like to share with us about things that we can do as it relates to BFED 1, which is our agenda, on the agenda, and it's the fiscal year 26 budget. It is the mayor's budget that is before us, and we're hearing from departments and the community, and we will be dissecting it, so your words are very important. Today, we have your council member who's going to introduce his fellow council members.
Thank you, Council Members Sugimura and aloha all. Thank you all for coming. So I just start from my left here. We have Councilmember Tom Cook from South Maui.
Aloha, everybody. Thanks for your hospitality. I'm really glad to be back on Lānaʻi.
Next, we have Councilmember Keani Rollins Fernandez from Molokai.
Aloha, everyone. Nice to see everyone tonight.
Of course, you met Councilmember Sugimura, myself, Gabe Johnson, your council member for Lānaʻi. To my right, we have Councilmember Tamara Paulton from West Maui.
Aloha, uimala, kako.
And then finally, all the way from Hana, we have Councilmember Shane Sinensi as well.
Hello, everybody.
So once again, thank you all for coming. I see a lot of generational knowledge and generational faces in the crowd. And please share your voice with us and make your voices the wind in today's budget. Thank you so much. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. With us today, we also have Maria Leon, who is probably out there with registration. Thank you, Maria. Lori Ann Tangan, Carla Nakata, and Ellen McKinley. They are OCS staff. I always say that without them, we wouldn't be able to be here. They put together all the details to make our meetings happen. I want to invite any of you to come and testify. I'm sure you signed up, and the staff will be calling you up in the order that you testified. If you would state your name and an organization that you're representing, and you'll have 3 minutes to do your testimony on any item in the agenda. And if you're not done, then we'll give you an extra 30 seconds. The members will ask you questions, so before you dash off, please pause a little bit so that in case they do, and a lot of times they don't, but if they do, then they can ask you, and if you could help us tonight. And that's it. So let us begin.
Chair, the first testifier is Princess Valtero, to be followed by Unica Espirito.
To the Honorable Mayor, Council members, my name is Princess Faye, and I am currently a freshman student in Filipino class here on Lānaʻi. I am testifying on the current budget proposed by the Mayor, Bill 41. In particular, it would be helpful if you consider allocating funds from the Lānaʻi Economic Development and Cultural Program to support the Lānaʻi Filipino Community Coalition. The LFCC is an organization dedicated to promoting and preserving Filipino heritage here on the island. As a Filipino class student, I've seen how their programs directly support cultural education. With funding, the LFCC would be able to help us students in Filipino class by providing resources for cultural performances, traditional costumes, educational workshops, and even helping with field trips to deepen our understanding of our history and identity. One exciting opportunity is the possibility of representing our school and our island off-island at Filipino celebrations and events. With LFCC's support, we would be proud to bring our culture to broader audience through traditional dance, language presentations, and cultural exhibits. This experience would not only build our confidence, but also strengthen our pride in being part of the Filipino community. Supporting LFCC is supporting students like me, giving us a chance to connect with our roots and to share that proudly with others. Thank you for your time and for considering this important request.
Thank you. Anybody have questions? Member Paulton.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Princess. I just was wondering if you had an amount on the funding that you were requesting. The whole fund is like 140,000.
I'm not quite sure.
Okay. Just however much you can give.
Thank you. Okay, no other questions. Thank you. Next testifier, please.
Chair, the next testifier is Unica Espiritu, to be followed by Mea Fujie.
Hello, my name is Unica Espiritu, and I am a senior at Lānaʻi High in elementary school. And just like Princess, I am also in the Filipino class. And I want to tell you why this is important to me. I'm here to testify in support of the current budget proposed by the Mayor, Bill 41. Specifically, I ask that you consider allocating funds from the Lānaʻi Economic Development and Cultural Program to support the Lānaʻi Filipino Community Coalition. This is my own experience through this. Even though I am graduating soon as the first batch of the Filipino class, I still want to help the class as a consultant after I graduate. Going into this class, I never thought that it would make such an impact in my life because I already spoke Tagalog and Ilocano, but it did. And we learned the history and culture of the Philippines in depth, and a lot of lessons were new to me. We then learned about the Sakadas that came here for the pineapple plantation. We took inspiration from these stories and interviewed people who experienced working at the plantation. We made videos about the interviews, and that was originally our final for our class, but ended up reaching Oahu. For the Sakada Day Hawaii Library exhibit, and our class went to the Education Week in the state capitol as well. And soon, our video will soon be featured in the Philcom Center. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your time.
That's fabulous. So I hope you will share that video with us too. Thank you. No questions. Next testifier.
Chair, the next testifier is Mea Fujie, to be followed by Stan Ruiz.
Hello everybody, my name is Mia Fujie. I'm a senior at Lānaʻi High Elementary School, and I'm also a member of the school's Filipino class. I'm here to testify in support of the current budget proposed by the Mayor, Bill 41, and I ask that you consider allocating funds from the Lānaʻi Economic Development and Cultural Program to support the Lānaʻi Filipino Community Coalition. As a member of the class, I have been exposed to a lot of culture that I never got to experience growing up, and as being Filipino myself, being able to experience that culture was had a very meaningful impact on my life. And I've learned so much through this class and through the LFCC, and I want the class to continue to have the resources in order to teach other kids and to share the culture, the Filipino community with other kids in the community. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Any questions? See none. Okay, next testifier.
Chair, the next testifier is Stan Ruiz, to be followed by Arya Agmata.
Stan Ruiz.
I was waiting for all the kids to come first. I wanted to go last. Stan Ruiz, Lānaʻi resident, lifetime resident. I support everything and all things that you can bring to Lānaʻi. And I just wanted to talk about local knowledge. So, in local knowledge, when you hunt, you know when the game is out there, when to, harvest and all that kind of stuff. Same with fishing, when is the best time to fish and all that. So, like in Maui, if you get local knowledge right now, Miyako is closed because they're still on vacation to Japan. So you cannot go. So my local knowledge for Lānaʻi is we need an emergency shelter. That's the bottom line. I mean, we deserve that, and also combined with a community center, which can house transient housing for like athletic teams, or even people that want to come and give services to Lānaʻi, like first aid workshops or all kinds of workshops. So that would be my main one. And second one would be my local knowledge says that we need to do a study on the Kimoko Highway, because who has the right of way when you go down to the beach? The guy coming up or the guy coming down on a one-lane highway? What you do? So, and the last one is we need a fleet maintenance for all the vehicles and equipment, for all county equipment, because we spend millions of dollars, and that's a lot of investment for Lānaʻi. And we like to keep things running because we're the last ones to get monies there. And yeah, just see if you guys can set aside monies to do a feasibility study and data collection. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions? Okay, go ahead. Member Rollins Fernandez and Member Paulton.
Aloha, Mr. Reyes. Mahalo for nice to see you again in a couple of weeks. So to clarify with the emergency shelter, do you know specifically what it is that you want? The youth center has the hurricane clips, and so it now can also serve, well, when it opens, as an emergency shelter. So you're saying like in addition to that, and like hurricane, what level?
I would say Hurricane 3, at least. In our community plan, I think we did a Hurricane 3 plan for all new buildings. Maybe built below the skate park, and enough to hold a lot of people, because we cannot fit 3,000 people in an old gym, the state, facility, because that thing is like 50 years old, almost as old as me. But yeah, we need something that can, house a lot of people in the event of something happens. As planners, we always plan for the future, so that would be a worthwhile investment. Shall something happen? Because all around the country, like compared to Lahaina, what happened in LA, what happened to North Carolina, they're looking for shelters. So it's better to plan and not need it than to need it and don't have it.
Mahalo for that clarification.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Mr. Reedus. I kind of had the same question, because I thought we were building the youth center to a Hurricane 3 level of shelter, and I did see fleet maintenance in the budget already, but I'm not sure if it's for the older vehicles on Lānaʻi. But you don't think that the like in LA, I think, and in Lahaina after the fire, it was gyms, but eventually the hotels took everyone in. You don't think your hotel on this island will take people in the event of a disaster?
We used to have an evacuation center at the hotels. I don't know if it's still in effect, on that civil defense thing. No, you cannot fit 3,000 people in shelters. We all got wooden houses. Hurricane 3, 4, 5, that's crazy. That'll wipe out everything, even Hurricane 2. So, youth center may be at the most 300 people, if you can fit that. But what you do with the rest of the people?
We just heard from Mima today, and they said that they assigned a person to Lānaʻi. Do you know who it is, or? Okay. All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Next testifier.
Chair, the next testifier is Era Agmara, to be followed by Roxy Sumalbeg.
To the Honorable Council members, my name is Ira Agmata. I'm a freshman here at Lānaʻi High and Elementary School, and why I'm here today is I want to discuss with all of you the proposed Bill 41. However, I cannot give you an exact number of how much I am asking for, but what I can give you is the information on why I think our community really needs this and my own experience. My entire life, I've grown up as a Filipino, but it has always felt like a continuous battle with myself. Growing up, primarily with people who would say I'm too much or too little, I have never found a place where I feel I belong. I have never been able to indulge in my own culture or feel like I belong to anyone else's. However, when my high school decided to offer a Filipino 1 program, I really felt it was an opportunity for me to really find myself. And with this proposed bill, I feel I can give this opportunity not only to myself, but to the students around me. Because being from Lānaʻi, we don't really get a lot of opportunities to travel off island, but I know if we did, we could do so much. The overall, what I've learned from that class is respect and like learning about other people's culture, and I really want to share that with everyone around me. Yeah, what I'm saying, with this potential funding, I really want to branch out, go to other islands, share what my island has to offer, more about the Filipino culture, because I've really got to learn more about myself and the island in the past few weeks. Not only weeks, but months, and I really just want to share that with everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Any questions? See none. Thank you very much. So are there any other youth that would like to testify first? You have 2 more youth?
Chair, the next testifier is Roxy Sumalbeg, to be followed by Rose Jane Acheta.
Hello, council members. My name is Roxy Sumalbeg, a sophomore at high school, currently taking Filipino 1. I stand before you today to testify about the current budget proposed by the Mayor, Bill 41. We would like you to consider granting funds from the Lānaʻi Economic Development and Cultural Program to support the Lānaʻi Filipino Community Coalition. For as long as I can remember, I struggled with my identity as a Filipino. While I am proud of my cultural identity, moving away from the Philippines at a young age greatly impacted the way I interacted with my culture. Growing up, I only understood Ilocano and could barely speak. I believe the biggest conflict I had with my identity was my language. I envied others who were able to speak their native language while I couldn't. It felt like just understanding my language wasn't simply enough. Upon going back to the Philippines, I felt ashamed that I wasn't able to communicate with my cousins and family members. The language barrier for me felt isolating. When Filipino 1 was offered, it felt like a new door opened for a new start. I could finally learn the language I've been desperately yearning for. My initial thoughts and feelings about learning Filipino at the start felt challenging. I could barely understand Tagalog nor speak it. When I began this class, I was able to get the basics down. Over time, my understanding of the Tagalog language expanded, where I can keep up with what people are saying. Some challenges I encountered are writing and translating the language. While the material was relatively easy to understand, translating it is my biggest weakness. I plan to continue practicing by downloading apps to learn the language on my own time, hoping that someday I can implement them into my daily life by speaking towards my family members. With the possible funding we can get, I believe that we can take a step forward to giving a voice to students who never had the opportunity to speak in their native tongue or connect deeply with their culture. I feel like Filipino culture should have the chance to reach out to other places in Hawaii and reach out to people who are interested in learning about our culture.
Thank you very much. Any questions? One moment.
Mahalo for your
Ramos
testimony.
Fernandez.
To clarify, Filipino 1 is Tagalog only, or does it also include Ilocano or other languages from the Philippines?
For now, this is actually our first year having Filipino 1. So right now we're taking it slow and having Tagalog, but we are planning out to branch out to other things like Ilocano, Cebuano, and other languages in the Philippines.
Awesome. Mahalo.
Very good. Any more? None. Okay, next testifier.
Chair, the next testifier is Rose Jane Acheta, to be followed by John Janikowski.
Good evening, everyone. Hi, thank you for coming tonight. My name is Rose Jane Ancheta. I am the branch manager here for Lānaʻi MEO. I'm here to humbly ask to continue to support the transportation here in Lānaʻi. It is such a beneficial support for our kupunas, especially with the disability clients, especially with our dialysis clients as well. And we thank you for funding us continually with our Maui shoppings, with our seniors, and also our community members. Thank you I'd like to ask for humbly continue to support Lānaʻi MEO. Thank you.
Thank you. No questions. Next testifier.
Chair, the next testifier is John Janikowski, to be followed by Michelle Winehouse.
Hello, John Janikowski, local resident, physician here on Lānaʻi for the past 15 years. I want to first take the opportunity to thank you all for funding the skate park. I hope you've had a chance to go by and see it. Even go by on weekends, you'll see 30 and more kids there. So it's already been well used and well appreciated. And secondly, I want to express my support and thanks also for your contribution to funding Lānaʻi Kino, the home health agency. As a physician here on island, without that home health, many of our residents are stuck off island in other facilities and can't get back to their homes for treatment that they need that now we can provide here. And I think one problem that that organization has is the lack of funding for additional staff, because there's already a wait list for additional patients that are needing home health care, but we just don't have all the staff to accommodate everyone. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Janikowski, and I appreciate your testimony. Yeah, the skate park's great. The question is in regards to Lānaʻi Kino'ole's patient wait list. Do you have a number, how long or how many people are on that wait list?
I don't, but I'm sure Val does.
I'll ask Val when if. Okay. So, all right. So thanks for that. I wanted to clarify how many you have. So, thank you. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much. Next testifier, please.
Chair, the next testifier is Michelle Winehouse, to be followed by Jericho V. Jaramillo.
Can you move the mic up closer so we can hear you? Yeah,
okay.
Thanks.
How's that? Okay. Aloha, my name is Michelle Winehouse. I'm the owner of Kapua's Farm, Lānaʻi. I'm here today to testify to the Council to continue support of many of the programs sponsored under Bill 41. As a former educator at Lānaʻi High and Elementary School, I took advantage of your sponsored programs such as Grow Some Good and Maui Economic Development Board's STEMworks program. As the middle school math science teacher, I attended MEDB STEMworks training, whereupon I taught coding and was the middle school robotics coach and chaperoned students to the Hawaii STEM conference. Later, as a high school teacher, and a new CTE natural resources teacher, I participated in their Ag STEMworks program, which gave me hands-on training in a subject I knew very little about. It was as a natural resources teacher during COVID where I became passionate about growing food for my community. Now, as a farmer, MEDB has helped me transition from a teacher into a business owner. I now mentor STEMworks Ag interns as a community ag business where I marry the food insecurity issues with the social media talent of our youth to challenge the vernacular of what it means to be Hawaii grown. I learned how to become a farmer in another one of your sponsored programs, the Farm Apprentice Mentoring program through the Hawaii Farmers Union. Today, our Lānaʻi chapter, of which I'm the vice president, is working with the Maui County Department of Agriculture, who's also supported by your Bill 41, to bring a much needed farmers market to our Lānaʻi community. By having a Lānaʻi farmers market on county land, we achieve all 4 goals of the Maui County Food and Nutrition Security Plan. Being a farmer on Lānaʻi has not been easy, especially when the only farmland available is leased land. But every day that I'm on the farm, working on the land, I am grateful to all of you for making it possible for me to do so. I saw the impact of STEMWorks Ag internships when I was mentoring 2 interns who didn't really understand food insecurity in the beginning of the program, but at the end of the program, I asked them to think about writing an article on food insecurity on Lānaʻi and what it meant to them. They now know how Lānaʻi grown ag could impact the health of their own families, a few who had even recently passed away from diabetes. The importance of food security hit very close to home for them. Please continue the support of these programs that really do have an impact at so many levels for our Kanaka. The Lānaʻi Mamaki ZT that you guys have all received the recipe was developed by the 4-H Club, which I'm a co-advisor with. The ZT was part of a program called the Young Entrepreneurs Program through the Hawaii Ag Foundation. Educational pathways to develop future generations of ag-related professionals, something we really need. Can I get 30 more seconds? Thank you. To develop future generations of ag-related professionals is stated as an objective in the Maui Nutrition Security Plan. Perhaps the YP program can be a model of a future program that brings together Maui County youth, Maui County farm businesses, and UH Maui College to do similar things. I thank you for your time, and if you have any questions, I'd love to entertain them.
Thank you for all you do. Wow. Anybody have any questions? See, none. Thank you. Next testifier.
Chair, the next testifier is Jericho V. Jaramillo, to be followed by Dame Justine Tunak.
Aloha, or should I say magandang gabi, naimbagarabii, to all of us here. So I am the teacher of this first batch of the Filipino class, whom I have 24 students, in which my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 beautiful ladies here belong to. So I am a J1 teacher under the Cultural Exchange Program of the HIDOE. So I am here to share my culture at the same time to also learn about the education system here in the US. So as their teacher, allow me to give you a background of what is our Filipino class look like. So a historic moment of Lānaʻi High and Elementary School to pilot this year a Filipino course titled Filipino 1A, or Filipino as Foreign Language. This course is designed for beginning Filipino language learners, or those who have had very limited exposure to Filipino language in high school. The students begin the study of the target language and its culture by developing a basic repertoire of learned materials needed to comprehend and respond to simple social situations of a daily and recurring nature. Emphasis is placed upon developing basic listening, speaking, reading, and writing skills. So when my principal approached me with the opportunity to teach Filipino as a course elective for high school students, I felt mixed excitement and responsibility. As a J1 Filipino teacher, I saw this as more than just an additional teaching assignment. It was a chance to share my culture, language, and heritage with students, especially those with Filipino roots or those who are also willing to learn and who would like to appreciate our Filipino culture. So this experience became a gateway to deeper our connections and cultural awareness and personal growth, both for my students and for me as an educator. So beyond teaching the language, the course became a space for students to embrace their cultural heritage with pride. They engage in activities like traditional Filipino games, folk dances, and food tasting events. And recently, we just represented for the first time our school outside the island. So last December, we joined the Sakada Day in Oahu. And recently, we also joined the Education Week in the capital. And of course, I have here the poster actually of their documentaries wherein we documented our cicadas. So our cicadas, as we all know, if you try to look into the history of Lānaʻi, you cannot see an individual history written. So it always moves up with other history. Can I have extension, please? So yeah, so it's always mushed up with other history. So why not? Let's have our own collection, and this will be begun by my first batch of students, and that will be all. Thank you so much.
Very good. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Member Johnson.
Sorry, well, I'm going to try to frame this in a question, but first off, I appreciate you. That's such a wonderful thing to have happen. First time ever on Lānaʻi, and we need leaders like you to carry that flag. And obviously, these students will be leaders just like yourself, so thank you for that. Just to let you know that this council put money into the budget for you guys to travel. If you do plan to do any kind of inter-island travel, you can come to the county for the funds. So right now, have you applied for any county funds for your travel?
Not yet. I haven't tried, but okay. I'm open and would love to have extra, because if only I'm bringing 5 students, I would love to bring 24 students, right?
Exactly.
So that everybody would have the same experience. If not 24, all the students of Lānaʻi High and Elementary School.
Yeah.
So I'm also ambitious.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Thank you very much for what you do. Okay, very good. Next testifier.
Aloha, honorable members of the council. My name is Dame Justin Aitonak. I am a J1 teacher, currently serving the students of the Lānaʻi High and Elementary School. I am writing to express my enthusiastic support for Mayor's Bill 41, particularly the allocation of the funds through the Lānaʻi Economic Development and Cultural Program to support the efforts of the Lānaʻi Filipino Community Coalition. As a teacher dedicated to providing meaningful and well-rounded education experience for our students, I believe that cultural exposure is a key component of student growth. Supporting LFCC would allow us to incorporate rich, authentic Filipino cultural experiences into our school programs, ranging from traditional music and dance to food, history, and storytelling. These experiences, students embrace diversity, broaden their global perspective, and foster pride and understanding for our island's multicultural identity. For many students, especially those Filipino heritage, these activities offer a bridge between home and school, validating their cultural identity and strengthening their sense of belonging. For others, it opens doors to learning about the values, traditions, and stories of their peers, building empathy and community. Through collaboration with LFCC, we can create after-school enrichment opportunities, school-wide cultural celebrations, and student-led projects that center on heritage and community engagement. These experiences don't just live in the moment. They leave lasting impressions on the students and often inspire them to become cultural ambassadors themselves, sharing that they have learned with family, friends, and future generations. Additionally, Lānaʻi is a unique and tightly knit island where cultural pride is living part of their daily lives. Investing in LFCC through this funding will ripple outward, not only benefiting students and educators, but also enhancing the island's cultural landscape and supporting local traditions that brings residents together. It is a wise and heartfelt investment of both education and community resilience. This investment goes beyond events. It's about community building, cultural preservation, and creating spaces where students feel seen and inspired. I strongly encourage your support for the Mayor's Bill 41, which allow the LFCC to continue and expand its invaluable contributions to our islands and our KQ. Mahalo for your time and for your supporting initiatives to uplift culture, education, and unity on Lānaʻi.
Thank you. Any questions? See none. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. Next testifier, please.
Chair, the next testifier is Rosalind B. De La Cruz, to be followed by Fernand Antonio.
Aloha Council members. My name is Roslyn De La Cruz and I am a fourth grade J1 teacher here in Lānaʻi City. I am here to support the Bill 41 Mayor's Budget Proposal. This proposed budget from the Lānaʻi Economic and Development Cultural Program is very important to us, not only for the whole community and also the teachers and students. Okay, those like me who are part of the Cultural Exchange Program. This funding will help us organize activities that celebrate Filipino culture, but not only Filipino cultures, but the whole other cultures or Lānaʻi community surrounded by. Okay, teach our students about the traditions, language, and values that surround the community. These activities are also supported by our Lānaʻi Filipino Community Coalition or LFCC. And here are some of my example activities that I plan to do with my class and the other students. We have a cultural day where the students can wear their traditional clothes. They can also share their dances or cultural dances that they learn from their teachers and from the community. I'm also plan to have language workshops, not teaching only Filipino language, but also the other languages that we have in Lānaʻi. Cooking demo or taste of other cultures where students watch or taste some dishes from the other culture and also Filipino cultures, and storytelling and art projects. So this activity will help our students to appreciate diversity and understand the Filipino culture and other culture that is part of Lānaʻi community. They also help strengthen the connection between the students, family, and the local community. I hope you will approve this proposal and continue to support the program that help educate and celebrate culture in our schools and community. Maraming salamat and thank you very much.
Thank you. Any questions? Thank you very much. Next testifier.
Chair, the next testifier is Fermain Antonio, to be followed by Kathleen Costales.
Name Bagarabi. Good evening, everyone. Aloha Council members. My name is Fermain Antonio. I am a third grade teacher, J1 teacher, currently teaching at Lānaʻi High and Elementary School. I am here today in strong support of the Mayor's proposed budget under Bill 41 and to humbly request that funds from the Lānaʻi Economic Development and Cultural Program be allocated specifically to support the Lānaʻi Filipino Community Coalition. The LFCC is not just an organization, it is a pillar of cultural preservation and education here on our island. As a teacher, I have witnessed firsthand how the programs and initiatives led by LFCC directly enrich the lives of our students and the broader community. They provide opportunities for our keiki and their families to engage in cultural workshops, traditional arts, dance, music, food, language preservation, and community events that celebrate the deep roots and contributions of the Filipino community here in Lānaʻi. In our classrooms, students who participate in LFCC activities demonstrate a stronger sense of identity and pride in their heritage. This connection to culture enhances their confidence, their engagement in school activities, and their understanding of the diverse history that shapes our island community. The educational support LFCCs will provide, from cultural presentations to collaborations with local schools, adds immense value to our curriculum by bringing cultural learning to life in a way that textbooks simply cannot. Beyond the school walls, LFCC's impact ripples through the community. They foster unity among generations, bridge cultural gaps, and ensure that the traditions of the Filipino people are not only preserved, but celebrated. Their events bring families together, support local artisans, and contribute to the economic and cultural vitality of Lānaʻi. In a community as close-knit as ours, these efforts are invaluable. By investing in LFCC through the Lānaʻi
economic development and cultural program, we are not just supporting an organization, we are nurturing cultural pride, educational enrichment, and community cohesion. I respectfully urge you to consider this allocation in your final budget deliberations. Mahalo nui luwa. Maraming salamat, agyamanak, for your time and consideration.
Thank you. Any question? Seeing none, thank you very much. Next testifier.
Chair, the next testifier is Kathleen Costales, to be followed by Naomi Barbadillo.
Good evening, council members, and thank you for your time today. My name is Kathleen Costales, and I am the treasurer for the Lānaʻi Filipino Community Coalition, also known as LFCC. I am here today to request your support for our organization as we continue to build and grow on Lānaʻi. I am here to testify on the current budget proposed by the Mayor, Bill 41. Specifically, we are seeking funding from the Lānaʻi Economic Development and Cultural Program to support our mission and upcoming events. The LFCC is in process of obtaining our 501c3 status, and we expect approval within the next couple of months. Since our founding in May 2021, our board of directors have been working tirelessly to lay the groundwork for our organization. We aim to empower our members to engage with and improve the community, ensuring the legacy of Filipino culture continues to thrive on the island. Through our efforts, we have successfully hosted numerous community events that have sparked a cultural awakening on Lānaʻi. However, to continue our work and expand our reach, we are requesting your support. Specifically, we are asking for $40,000 in funding to help with our upcoming cultural events and programs. This funding will help us host at least 4 major cultural events each year, as well as provide necessary resources for the community. In addition to supporting our events, we ask that you allocate funds to the Office of Economic Development to travel to Lānaʻi and hold an in-person grant workshop. Recently, Molokai and Maui had in-person workshops, while Lānaʻi didn't have any. The expeditions, ferries times didn't allow us to travel, as well as the costs. It's essential that we have the same opportunities as our neighboring islands to apply for and utilize grant funding to support community development and cultural preservation. The Filipino Clubhouse, which is also maintained by the LFCC, is one of the few commercial kitchens here on the island. It has become an essential location for many community groups. Over the past 3 years, we have hosted over 20 events, some open to the public and others for private gatherings. The Lānaʻi Filipino Clubhouse Kitchen is also used by other groups for fundraisers, such as the Saturday market and school and sports fundraising. In closing, I respectfully ask that you consider our request for $40,000 to help fund our ongoing work. This investment will go a long way in preserving Filipino heritage on Lānaʻi, supporting our community, and strengthening our cultural bonds. We truly appreciate your time and consideration, and we hope that you will support the LFCC and in our efforts to make a lasting impact on our island. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Any question? See none. Thank you. Next testifier.
Chair, the next testifier is Naomi Barbadillo, to be followed by Shelley Kaya-Okamile.
Kumusta ko, council members? My name is Noemi Barbadillo. I'm president of the Lānaʻi Filipino Community Coalition. I'd like to testify on the current budget proposed by the Mayor, Bill 41. In particular, we would like you to please consider allocating funds from the Lānaʻi Economic Development and Cultural Program to support the LFCC. I returned home 13 years ago, and one of my goals was to give back to the community that helped raise me, supported me, and helped shape the person that I am today.
Reviving the LFCC is my way of honoring that legacy. When I was growing up, LFCC was more than just an organization. It was the heartbeat of our Filipino community. It brought us together through culture, tradition, and leadership. We learned to cook, to dance, to connect with our roots, and we learned that with hard work, anything was possible. LFCC sponsored pageants, sports teams, barrio fiestas, and sent Filipino youth to programs like Saralingawa, which I was blessed to attend as a high school student. That program showed me that it was not only okay to be Filipino, it was something to be proud of. It lit the fire in me to become a leader. Now I want to pass that light on to the next generation. I'm so proud to see all these students testifying because I was there. But so much of what we had has faded. Our island is over 70% Filipino, yet our voice in the community spaces has grown quiet. LFCC is working hard to change that, to uplift our people again, but we can't do it alone. We want to bring back Sakara Day, Rizal Day, Miss Lānaʻi Filipino, Barrio Fiesta, not just the memories, but to rebuild community pride and inspire our youth. We want to send young people to programs like Saralingawa so they can return motivated, culturally grounded, and ready to lead. We do have a Filipino clubhouse, a place where we could be hosting these events and gatherings, but the reality is, even with a venue, we simply can't afford to plan and execute these programs. Everything costs more in Lānaʻi, from supplies to travel to food and entertainment. Without proper funding, we can't bring these events to life. And without funding, we can't sponsor the outreach needed to engage all Filipinos and Filipinos at heart in our community. We can't connect, empower, or grow the way our people deserve. Today, we have momentum. We have passionate J1 teachers. I think half of the J1 teachers are here tonight. We have dedicated members who are sacrificing their time to meet and to plan events. And we have a vision to uplift our youth and preserve our culture, but we need your help to make it real. Please considering allocating funds to the LFCC. You'll be helping us build a future of strong Filipino leadership, cultural pride, and meaningful connections, not just for Lānaʻi, but for Hawaii as a whole. This is my give back to the community that gave so much to me. And with your support, we can give our youth something even more powerful, the chance to rise, lead, and carry out our culture forward with pride. Maraming salamat. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Go ahead. Member Paulton.
Oh, just a quick question. What is the capacity of your clubhouse?
It's 120.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? None. All right, thank you. Next testifier.
Chair, the next testifier is Shelley Kaya Okamaile, to be followed by Annie C. Baltazar.
Hello, everyone. My name is Shelley Kaya Okamaile. I'm here today testifying in my capacity as Executive Director of the Lānaʻi Culture and Heritage Center. So thank you all so much for being here tonight. It's really nice to see you in person. And I just wanted to introduce our organization. We're a 501c3 community-based nonprofit that was founded in 2007 with a vision of Ola Ka'aina, Ola Kikanaka, Ola Kikaiaulu, so thriving land, thriving people, and thriving community. And we believe all of those things are really deeply intertwined. We function in a few different ways to honor our island's rich history, culture, and values. So we operate the only museum and archive here on Lānaʻi. It's always been free to the public, and we steward the largest collection of Lānaʻi-focused archival materials in the world. So we take a lot of pride in taking care of our history and the family treasures that people entrust to us. We also do a lot of educational outreach with Keiki here and students. So pretty much every month we're in the school. We've worked with the entire elementary and middle schools this past year and do individual workshops with high school students. And we really pride ourselves on being able to offer Aina-based educational opportunities that are relevant to Lānaʻi and focused on our history and our culture. We also offer an annual summer cultural literacy program. That's our longest running program. It's entering its 13th year. And all the programs that we've ever offered have been free of charge for the Lānaʻi community. So we take a lot of pride in being able to really be of service to our students. And we're in the process of planning for our upcoming Kupulau Festival, which you folks are all invited to. It's on April 26th. And I wanted to mahalo you folks because last year we got a little bit of funding from the county to help to support bringing off-island entities to be able to celebrate our biocultural landscape and help Lānaʻi people learn about conservation efforts both here and on other islands. And then the third way that we function is through AINA-based stewardship opportunities. So we do a lot of community-based outreach at different cultural and natural significance sites on the island. And one of the programs I wanted to highlight for you tonight is our Lānaʻi Community Stewardship Program. It's a program that we started in 2021, which is part of the Kuihivia Kaya initiative to basically steward 20,000 acres on the eastern side of Lānaʻi. The program that we run is specifically a hunting program. So it's our resident hunters out there using hunting as a form of Aina stewardship because of how detrimental invasive ungulates like deer and mouflon sheep have been to our island. And we actually have our stewardship managers here tonight, if you guys don't mind raising your hands. So it's run by longtime Lānaʻi residents and hunters who really understand the landscape and understand this place. And we've had, I think close to 200 people participating in our program over the past 4 years. We've removed over 3,400 invasive ungulates, and that's all using local talent, local knowledge. So we've really been proud of that opportunity. And I know that there's money allocated for deer management in your budget. However, I know it says specifically like for farmers and ranchers to do deer mitigation. So I'm not sure if we'd be eligible. However, I just wanted to come and share with you folks that we do have a program like that and maybe begin further discussion with you folks about if we might be eligible for some of that funding to be able to continue the program into the future, because I think it's a really good Aina opportunity to steward our land. So thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you, Shelly. What was the ask for the funds? How much do you think you need?
So I don't have a clear answer for you because right now we're waiting word. Up until this point, our grant funder has been National Fish and Wildlife Foundation, but I definitely wanted to come here tonight because we're in the process of asking for additional funding to continue our program through the Kuihivia Kaya initiative. However, with everything that's happening on the federal level with cuts to environmental programs and things, it's just a little uncertain. So we're not going to know until May if we can extend our program through part of next year. So my part of my being here tonight is to seek other potential avenues so that this program doesn't die if for some reason there's not funding available.
I think Councilmember Paulman, did you have a question? I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Thank you, Shelley. I was wondering where the hunting occurs, whose land that is.
So it's Pulama Lānaʻi. The Kuihivia Kaya initiative is a partnership between National Fish and Wildlife and Pulama Lānaʻi, but National Fish and Wildlife is the grant funder, so all of that goes through them. But it's on the eastern side of Lānaʻi, so I'm not sure how familiar you folks are with hunting, but we manage units A1 and A2. Sorry, I don't have a map for you folks, but it basically is from the Keamoku Road all the way to Avehi, which is a dirt road that kind of is near Naha. So pretty much the entire eastern side.
And is the hunting by a club? Or
it's open to any Lānaʻi residents. So so I forgot to mention it's no bag limit. There's no fee to participate, and because of our hunting managers, we're able to open hunting for 7 days a week. So it's open any day as long as people are registered in our program. They have to sign waivers and do all the registration forms. And we do ask that they come to a volunteer day as well to help give back to Aina in other ways. So like outplanting native plants or removing invasive plants at culturally significant sites. But yeah, that's kind of the.
But there's a season, or it's 7 days.
Sorry,
there's a hunting season, or it's 7 days all year long?
7 days all year round. I think occasionally we close if there's like scientific research or other kinds of things happening in the area. So we work closely with, because there's other Kuihivia Kaya grantees that are coming to do research, things like that. So that's pretty much the only days we're closed. And we try to make it as accessible as possible because we have a big ungulate problem here. So this is our way of trying to kind of make it a community-led effort.
And it cannot be sold, the meat, because of USDA?
Yeah, so we don't sell anything, but I know that at least, our stewardship managers, they're giving out to kupuna, to folks who maybe can't go hunting anymore. So we try to make sure that, at least maybe not officially, we're not supposed to, we don't sell anything.
Thank you.
Okay, so I have a question.
Yeah.
So is this part of Pulama Lanai, your program, or is it
No.
nonprofit separate?
Yeah, so we're a 501c3 nonprofit founded in 2007, so before Pulama Lānaʻi ever existed. So we're a nonprofit entity. The program that it's under is a partnership between National Fish and Wildlife Foundation and Pulama Lānaʻi to steward 20,000 acres. So we're one of, I don't know how many other grantees are part of it because it changes every year. But we've been a part of it since they started in 2021 or 2020.
Oh, interesting. I did not know about your organization, but Pulama Lanai has a very good conservation program. I've always been impressed with what they've done for the whole island. So I would like to learn more about.
Thank you.
Get your number.
And we work closely with their conservation department, so it's definitely a good effort.
Oh. Gabe's bragging he used to work.
Yeah.
Member Paulson has one more question.
I just was wondering how much are you getting from the NIFWIF grant?
So it changes every year. I don't know the cumulated number off the top of my head, but it's all public. So I can talk with you after because they post it on their, because we've done it for 4 years. So I've just been requesting amendments. But we provide matching funding in the form of, like the hunters that go out. We're not paying them anything, but if you were to pay, hunters to do that, it would add quite a lot.
You don't have like a ballpark, like 10,000?
Yeah, it would probably be, let's see, cumulatively over 4 years, probably just over 300,000. Probably just over 300,000 for 4 years, but I can give you the exact number in a follow-up.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Very good. Next testifier.
Chair, the next testifier is Annie C. Baltazar, to be followed by Sherry Uwe.
Mayap Abengi. It's good evening in my own dialect. In the Philippines, I'm not an Ilocano, I'm not a Tagalog, I'm a Kapampangan. From Pampanga, it was the former culinary capital of the Philippines. In behalf of my co-lower LM J1 teachers, which they can't make it tonight for health reasons, I'm Miss Annie Baltazar from Pampanga, Miss Ivy Makawili, a SPED teacher from Metro Manila, and Miss Glyza Cadano, a first grade teacher from Ilocos. We are highly supporting the BFED 1 bill. We are here to testify in support of the current budget proposed by the Mayor, Bill 41. Specifically, we ask that you consider allocating funds from the Lānaʻi Economic Development and Cultural Program to support the LFCC. I've been here for 2 years with my husband and my daughters, which is my eldest is in 9th grade and my youngest is in 4th grade. We have witnessed firsthand how LFCC's programs actively support cultural education. With additional funding, LFCC would be able to further support our Filipino students by providing valuable resources for cultural performances, traditional attire, educational workshops, and even field trips, deepening their understanding of Filipino history, identity, and pride. One exciting opportunity is the Filipino Cultural Day. Since we are teachers from lower elementary, some activity overviews would be kids-friendly traditional games, food tasting, folk dances, storytelling, which we could share Filipino legends and fables, arts and crafts, cultural dress-up, wearing the Barong Tagalog and our Barot Saya, and cultural display, where we could display some woven mats, instruments, and artworks of Filipinos. It will be a school-wide celebration designed to promote cultural pride, heritage awareness, and community spirit among young learners. With a large percentage of students having Filipino roots, this event aims to honor their identity while introducing all students the beauty of Filipino traditions, values, and creativity. As J1 and Filipino teacher, especially teaching in K-2, we believe it's incredibly important to help our students, particularly those with Filipino roots, develop an understanding and appreciation of Filipino culture and history. At their young age, Children are beginning to form their sense of identity, can I have 30 seconds, and belonging. When students with Filipino heritage learn about their cultural traditions and language and history, it fosters a deeper connection to who they are and where they came from. So in addition, this kind of cultural learning encourages empathy, respect, and appreciation for diversity among all students, not just those who are Filipino. We could also share this from kids here in Lānaʻi, like Hawaiian, like we have a lot of kids from Hawaiian kids, our Micronesian kids, and so on and so forth. We have Japanese kids. I have Japanese students. So supporting LFCC means supporting the students of LHES, giving them meaningful opportunities to connect with their cultural roots. Proudly. Thank you so much. Maraming salamat. Dakala salamat.
Thank you. Any question? See none. Thank you. Next testifier.
Chair, the next testifier is Sherry Uwe, to be followed by Ashley Richardson.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Sherry Uwe. I am one of the J1 Filipino teachers teaching in middle school. So I strongly support Mayor's Bill 41, which allocates funds to the Lānaʻi Economic Development and Cultural Program to support the LFCC. This bill is crucial for community, particularly for our students at Lānaʻi High and Elementary School. So currently, we middle school have two enrichment classes per month, and which they learn about Hawaiian dance, financial literacy, and basic medical skills. And we would like to propose adding Filipino culture and heritage to one of those enrichment classes. This would provide students the opportunity to learn about Filipino culture through arts, crafts, Filipino food, and other important aspects of our heritage, enriching their understanding and appreciation of the culture. Thank you.
Thank you. So can I ask you a question? Sure. So is it part of DOE? Have you incorporated all of this as part of Department of Education?
For the enrichment classes, we get support from the community. Yeah.
From the school,
Yeah,
right?
from the
okay,
school.
it's part of DOE. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Next testifier.
Chair, the next testifier is Ashley Richardson, to be followed by Diane Present.
Hello, good evening. I'm Ashley Richardson. I will be testifying on behalf of three different hats tonight. The first one, I am, testifying on Bill 41, requesting $52,000 from the Lānaʻi Economic Developmental and Cultural Program to support the Pineapple Festival. I am VP of Lānaʻi's Community Association, which I do have testimony from our president that I'll hand out to you as she is not present. This money will go to supporting the festival's keiki activity area, which we will start this year. That would consist of inflatables, a petting zoo, and other fun-filled activities for the kids, bringing in entertainment, and switching from LCA's annual fireworks show to a drone show. This year, we are changing that primarily due to safety reasons as well as sustainability. So that funding will help and go towards all that. Okay, next one. Sorry, so this is for the Molokai and Lānaʻi student travel. Would like the funds to remain and be available for our youth. The kids, coaches, volunteers, teachers, they work hard and dedicate a lot of time to these activities. The opportunities here are limited, so we're required to travel off of the island for sports, tournaments, clinics, games, school activities, which Jericho brought up that they went to conferences. I grew up here traveling for sports. I mean, we loved it, but we couldn't go anywhere because funding. So it would be nice to have our kids travel for more opportunities and visit different schools, other kids as well. Okay. I am also VP of Communications on the Lānaʻi Filipino Community Coalition. Okay, we are requesting, Okay, sorry. You guys love it, bear with me. Okay. And as a resident of Lānaʻi, we'd like to bring back the culture, traditions, and the memories that I grew up with. I mean, I grew up on Maui, coming back and forth here and there. We had the Barrio Fiesta, which was huge. We had it here, but when I moved here in '96, we would always go to Maui for theirs. So that's something we'd like to bring back. Education, history, could I have a few more? Okay, education and history, the language, I grew up with it. I was never taught. I mean, it's great the school's bringing it back. I would love to learn it myself. The pageants, Miss Lānaʻi Filipina, we grew up playing with our friends, having our own little pageant, crying because I lost. But we look forward to it when we were older, you know, like, hey, I'm going to run for Miss Lānaʻi Filipina. But yes, going to the Philippines this year has brought even more meaning to who I am, what I represent, and even more as a proud Filipina. Thank you.
Very nice. Any questions? See none. Thank you. Next testifier.
Chair, the next testifier is Diane Preza, to be followed by Adam Purdy.
Aloha everyone, Chair Sugimura and council members. Thank you so much for coming to Lānaʻi. I really appreciate you traveling all this way and taking the time to listen to our community and our concerns. So I'm Diane Preza, and I'm testifying on behalf of myself as a resident here. And I just want to say that I support the mayor's proposal for the proposed budget. So there's 3 things that I'm excited about. Is affordable housing on Lānaʻi. Yay, affordable housing project, thank you. So many people in the community that I've talked to, so many people are so excited to hear that there is some money being proposed for water and sewer infrastructure. So mahalo for that, we hope that happens. The other thing that I'm supportive of is Lānaʻi Kinaʻole, because they're the one agency that people on this island really depend on, including my own family, my mother, who is almost 95, and she receives services, physical therapy services in our home. And I'm so grateful to Valerie and her staff, so I just want to say that. The last thing is I'm in support of funds, or at least making you folks be aware of the Lānaʻi Culture and Heritage Center's stewardship program, the hunting program, because it not only helps the island by removing ungulates, and it helps us to restore that side of the island, but it also provides a venue for us to all learn together more about Lānaʻi and the Aina. And especially for families, we all come together, we go to work projects together, people share the food, the venison, and so we just want we want to let you know that we're there and we're trying our best with the Culture Center. So that's what I have. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Diane. Next testifier.
Chair, the next testifier is Adam Purdy, to be followed by Mary Lou Kaukeana. Sorry.
Hello, my name is Adam Purdy, and I just want to say I'm sorry I haven't been able to do a lot of my own research into the budget and what it's proposing. But earlier today I was talking with my father, George Purdy, and he told me that I should probably come down here and just talk to you guys about the Hawaii Economic Development Board STEMworks program that I grew up in as a Lānaʻi High student, graduate of 2019, because he was telling me that it looks like there might be a reduction in its opportunities to our youth here, or a loss of it. So I just wanted to preference my testimony with that was the mindset that I was in as I wrote this afternoon. But my name is Adam. My name is Adam Purdy. I'm a proud 2019 graduate of Lānaʻi High and Elementary School, and I recently moved back home to give back to the community that raised me. I now serve as a director and an educator with the Lānaʻi Academy of Performing Arts, where I work to provide creative and educational opportunities for our youth through theater. I'm here today not just as an advocate for the Maui Economic Development Board, but as someone whose life was shaped by the STEMWorks program. My family and I didn't just attend these events, we helped run them. My dad, George Purdy, even led an after-school drone program to teach kids about technology and the career paths that can come with being a drone pilot. Thanks to the early exposure and encouragement I received through STEMWorks, I went on after graduation to become a licensed drone operator and a private pilot. I can say with confidence that most likely that would have never happened if it weren't for the foundation and inspiration I got through STEMWorks. STEMWorks gave our island something rare: opportunity. In a place where most extracurriculars revolve around sports, it opened doors for kids like me who were curious about science, technology, and creativity. It built confidence, sparked dreams, and gave us something meaningful to be a part of. Now that I've come home, I've made it my personal mission to make sure youth continue to have access to outlets that help them grow. But if STEMWorks is cut, I feel like I'll be trying to fill what's already a pretty empty lake with a water hose. I mean, just the other day, I saw some bright local kids throwing rocks at cars for fun, just because they didn't have any type of outlet or outreach to get them into good opportunities, good places where they can learn and be challenged. If STEMWorks gets cut, it's not just trimming a budget line. It's stripping away pipelines for Lānaʻi's innovation, growth, and inspiration. And it's taking away from kids who are already growing up in what I remember to be an underprivileged community with very little outlets. And I'm speaking from experience where these programs aren't a luxury, but it's like our only chance to dream big and try to be more. So please continue to support our youth.
Member Paulson has a question for you.
Yes.
Okay, you can go first.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Mr. Purdy. I just wanted to clarify, did you come sing for us in 2019?
Did I sing for you? I've been with the Lānaʻi Academy of Performing Arts for years, so possibly.
That was really good.
The chances are very likely.
Oh, very good. So you're talking about there may be a decrease in the MEDB STEM program
Yes,
for
for
Lānaʻi.
our rural community here in Lānaʻi.
And I haven't heard of it.
Okay.
But do you know the amount that Lānaʻi had in the budget? Well, requested from MEDB. Do you know?
I'm not too sure.
Okay.
I was just speaking with my dad today, and he told me I should come down here and make sure you guys know how important that STEMWorks was to me. So regardless if it's losing money or if it's getting money, I wanted to say that as someone who grew up in the program, and it shaped my life a lot. I wanted to come and say how much it meant to me.
Thank you. You're the success story. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next testifier.
Chair, the next testifier is Mary Lou Calciano, to be followed by Kari Bachner.
Hi, I'm Mary Lou Calciano. I'm representing basically youth, excuse me, youth sports on Lānaʻi. I coach a couple sports. I help run Little League Baseball here on the island, but I support all the sports, softball, all high school, everything like that. Not sure, the grant system, it's a great system if you know how to work it. We're not very good at it. You have to put out the money to get the money back. So it's really not a grant system if we're not getting anything back. It's a process, and we're not very good at it. Over the last year or so, you know, we're trying to get the funding back. It's a struggle. So we do need someone over here to come over and teach us how to get that money back to us. I travel every weekend with youth basketball over to Maui. I don't know if you know this, but Parks and Recs doesn't run any youth programs for middle school kids. I think it's pretty important for that. They say because we have a REACH program out of school, it's a 3-week program that they get to do. It really isn't sufficient. So over the last 3 years, we've been going back and forth to play basketball in Maui every Saturday. We get on the 8 o'clock, 8:30 boat. We play 2 games with 3 teams, and we get back on a 3:30 boat to play, to come home. Now, with that opportunities, we on Lānaʻi are the 3-time MIL girls basketball champions in Division II. I don't know if you guys know that, but very proud of that. But because we're able to go back and forth to Maui, and someone, you know, the league that's run over there helps us, it's great for our kids. I mean, last week we had 40 kids go over and play in the Kihei gym. We go there every Saturday and play. It's great for our kids. With the new youth center, hopefully the old youth center will be able to house people coming here to play sports. We'll be able to host Little League Baseball. What is it? At the end of the year, you have your tournaments. We haven't had one here, I've been here for 35 years. I think 2000, maybe 10, in 1998, they might have had one here or something like that. That's how long ago, last time Little League Lānaʻi hosted a tournament. So hopefully we can get the old youth center up to house some children, some players, some teams to come over and play. MEO, thanks for MEO Transportation. They pick us up at the boat every Saturday, take us to Kihei and pick us up at the end of it and take us back. Keep that funding coming because it costs $900 for 3 teams to go to Maui every weekend for me to take these teams over. The parents pay, you know, we take the MEO, you know, back and forth. Lānaʻi Kina Ola, always got to keep that up there. And yeah, that's about it. So the funding that we get, we need help with that because we're not getting the money. We're putting out the money, but we're not getting it back. It's a struggle.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you.
Yes.
Member Paulton.
I just had 2 main clarifications. Our rec division in Parks and Rec has plenty of vacancies. Did they say they just weren't running the program because of the reach in school, or?
Yeah, they say that the reach program, that's why they don't run middle school.
But if
athletics.
they did, would there be a candidate to do that job over here?
Well, I just ran middle school basketball for 5 teams. We had a 5th grade team, 6th grade. We had 4 or 5 teams, and I did it the last 6 months. I got
So you would apply for that job?
I'm sorry. No, I'm not applying for any job.
No, but
I volunteer my time to do it.
Do they have someone they could hire?
I think Parks and Rec has a staff already.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
I don't know why we don't. They run K-5, but we don't. I think the ones you really got to run is the kids that are 6th and 8th grade before you lose them.
Get them ready for high school. The other question I had is, do you know who's the ownership of the old youth center?
I think you guys are. The county runs that. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And thanks for the skate park. The kids love it. I see them all day at where I work at the pool facility. And then I see them, you know, till about 8 o'clock at night, till it's dark, and coming home at 6 in the morning. I never miss a kid. But thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So in regards to the grant, accessing the money, do you think a part-time grant writer on Lānaʻi would help you with that?
Yeah, I don't have time. I don't have a clue how to do it.
Right.
I could do every other thing but that.
Okay, all right.
Well, it would help if the grant, it's not getting the money, it's getting it back.
Yeah.
I'm putting out $20,000 to wait to get the money back.
Yeah, we hear that often, and we're working on
It's a
legislation to
struggle.
change it.
It's a struggle. I mean, we did, you know, I did all the paperwork, you know, Nats have been helping us. And I'm not, you know, beating up on the, you know, on that side of people who's running it. It's just we need more help for us to be able to do it. If we had somebody to teach us or teach someone, I know Ashley said she volunteered to help, you know.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Chair.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. Next testifier.
Chair, the next testifier is Kari Bogner, to be followed by Roger Alconcel.
Good evening, council members. My name is Kari Bogner, and I am the INA Education Specialist at the Lānaʻi Culture and Heritage Center. And I wanted to testify in support of Bill 41 regarding the budget. I also wanted to just speak a little bit more about the Lānaʻi Culture and Heritage Center. I know that one of the line items on your budget is the $285,000 slated for the feral animal control on the island. So to speak a little bit more about the Lānaʻi Community Stewardship Program, which a lot of folks know is our free resident hunting program, I know Executive Director Shelley Kaiokamali'e did such a great job about explaining about the program with the goal of removing ungulates from the 20,000 acres on the windward side of the island. I have a little cheat sheet with more information about a hunting program. I noticed when Adam Purdy was talking, he mentioned about outlets for the youth. So with our current free resident hunting program, the ages of individuals that are involved in the program range from 10 or just over 10 all the way to at least 85. I know a father and son that go out every week to hunt and providing food for their families. And including those individuals, some of them represent three generations within a family unit. We also have about 10 to 15% of the hunters in our program are women or young women, so we're really excited about that. And just to let you know that this program has been going for over 3.5 years. As Shelley mentioned, over 3,400 ungulates have been removed, usually about 50 or 50 plus animals a month. And as a result of this hunting program, we have a lot of volunteers for our volunteer events where we malama different areas of the landscape. We malama areas such as outplanting at Kanapu'u Dryland Preserve. We also, most recently, we cleaned up the grounds around Kalanikila Church in historic Keomoku Village, and it really offers an outlet, an opportunity for folks to pursue hunting, something that we have done on the island for decades, and also opportunities to malama and learn more about the island that we live on. So with that, I just have a cheat sheet to share. And I also wanted to say all of the plants for the last 1.5 years are the native plants that we have grown all have come from our nursery at the Palama Lānaʻi Community Gardens. And we're so grateful to the Maui County Department of Ag and their recent Food and Nutrition Security Plan that they just finalized. I'm looking forward to reading that in its entirety, and we're looking forward to hopefully applying for grants through the Maui County Department of Ag. So with that, that's it.
Thank you. Any questions? Thank you very much. We can have the staff pass it out for you. Yeah, here. Thank you. All right, next testifier, please.
Chair, the next testifier is Roger Alconcel, to be followed by Kayla Sanchez.
Hi, thank you again for all your services in helping the community, and thank you for your dedication. Just want to thank you all for the affordable housing, and I want to ask that you continue the momentum. It's going to be great for Lānaʻi, and I think that's what we actually wanted all these years, and hopefully it will come to fruition. But thank you all for all your support. I came here just to talk about affordable housing, but I didn't realize the quality of life on Lānaʻi is basically because of everybody in this room. I didn't realize that I was getting free deer meat from the hunting people, and thanks for their services. Getting food from the LFCC on Saturday market, I didn't realize they also need the money too. The MEO bus, I didn't realize that they actually need funding for the kapuna. And sports for Marilu, I know she needs it a lot for the quality of life. And hopefully I don't need to use Lānaʻi Kinaiole, but if I do, please give them money as well. But that's all. Thank you for all the support. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you. Next testifier.
Chair, the next testifier is Kayla Sanchez, to be followed by Olivia Pascual, who's currently the last person signed up.
Oh, okay. I was going to just ask. Thank you.
Hello. Thank you for having me here. My name is Kayla Sanchez. I'm a resident of Lānaʻi. I'm here on behalf of our preschool program, E Malama Ina Keiki o Lānaʻi, and also a new youth sport program that will be starting. So first, I would like to thank you for all this continued years for the grant funds for our preschool, that it helps the families with financial burden. I also had children in the program, 4 kids in the program. So I utilized that funding as well, that assistance. So that I just support you continuing on that financial assistance. Let's see. So for the new youth program that we are doing, we're starting up a youth softball team. We only have our high school softball currently. There's nothing for the younger children. We used to have Pono, and the girls can also participate in Lānaʻi Little League, but we want to have a softball to kind of like groom them for when they come up. So we're starting a fast pitch. In the last 2 days, we already had 25 kids sign up. So we are hoping that we can travel because we don't have any other team here. We will have to travel, actually. There are a couple of tournaments that we came across. A couple of them are in Oahu, and then, of course, there are Maui teams that we would like to travel there as well. So I'm in support of the travel funding. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions? See none. Thank you very much. Was that the last testifier? Can you do last call?
Chair, the final testifier signed up at the moment is Olivia Pasquale.
Oh, please don't start the timer for another minute. I didn't realize we were being timed. This is my first time. Hi. Okay. Shelly, order for deer meat, please. Me too, I didn't know that. Okay. All right, so good evening and thank you guys for coming all to this hearing for our community. My name is Olivia Pasquale and I am the Vice President of Community Engagement for Lānaʻi Filipino Community Coalition. Further, I'm usually shy about this, but I am also the first homegrown family nurse practitioner living here on island. Serving our island, serving our patients here alongside with Dr. Janikowski. And I say that because I'm in a room here full of community members that are very proud to be part of this community. And like Noemi, I came home so that I could serve our community and give back, including sports. I wasn't the best athlete, but I knew the importance of it, and I traveled a lot because I wanted to get away from here. But I also have I have 3 daughters. One who graduated high school, OSU now, here, and I have another one that's freshman. So I'm also here, impromptu supporting youth sports and their travels because as a mom who's been fundraising and helping with all of the other parents, it's a lot of work on top of your 40-hour job. Okay, sorry, going back. So I'm in support of both over here and everyone else's programs. So here I am today testifying for Bill 41. And on behalf of the LFCC, we believe in this investment as an essential part of preserving and promoting the rich Filipino heritage and our culture here on Lānaʻi. Our culture, our population here is primarily of Filipino descent, and I heard 70% here. And we play, along with other cultures, we play a vital role in shaping the history and culture of the island. So we take a lot of pride in our traditions. We take a lot of pride in our legacy and our ancestors that have brought here, including the strike that was, in the 1950s. And a lot of them are Filipinos. In fact, I went to the community, I have it here. I went to the Lānaʻi Culture and Heritage Center, and they had a long post, many posts about the Filipinos that are part of this, including Pedro de la Cruz, who has fought hard for the strike, for the unions. So there's a lot of contributions here. And so as our organization, we would like to continue educating, providing great opportunities. Oh, I said no timer. Okay, just kidding. To continue and formalize our efforts here and celebrate and share our Filipino culture with the new generations to come. And I was so happy to see all of our students here. You know, there's more, but just for them to show their courage and bravery to come up here, because my legs are shaking. And all of our J1 teachers that we also support. So thank you so much to you guys and for your consideration and funding. If you want to give more than what we asked for, all of us, thank you in advance. Thank you.
Thank you.
Chair, that was the last person signed up to testify.
Okay, that was the last person to testify.
Would you
Thank
like
you.
to do a last
Yeah,
call?
can you do a last call?
If anyone else would like to testify, please come up to the mic now. Chair, here's a countdown. 3, 2, 1.
Okay,
Signal.
very good. Okay, I'm going to close public testimony.